Here we are, guys. It's the Lady in Black 100 at Darlington Raceway, race 10 of 25 here at Season 8 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series. Jordan Green on the pole, Tyler McMurder in the 84 Ford right beside him, and the green flag is in the air. It's Brian Wiggins in the 5 car, starting in 3rd, Caleb Lopez in the 95 in 4th, and contact early. Remember, Darlington's a very tough track. It's one of those one-groove racetracks, very difficult to make a pass. Now they funnel into turns 3 and 4. Jordan Green in the orange 06 Chevy leading the field, and we got a wreck back there. Whoa! See if we can see what happened. It looks like it's Jerry Ashley and a few others involved there. So the front 4, Jordan Green, Tyler McMurder, Brian Wiggins, Daniel Harmon, Caleb Lopez rounding out the top 5, and it's Frank Edwards in the 78 car running in 6th. Already beginning to spread out a little bit here. Oh! Wiggins scuffed the wall coming out of turn 4, that most recent time by. It's going to allow Daniel Harmon to close the gap a little bit. Running at 2nd does the same thing. Turns 3 and 4 a lot more tight and narrow, harder to negotiate than turn 1 and 2. Turn 1 and 2, you kind of burp the brake a little bit right about here, and then you can go pretty much full throttle and swing yourself all the way around the corner. Something happened to Caleb Lopez. He's no longer scored in the 5th position. In fact, we don't see his race car anymore. We can also let you know that Matt Tetmayer in the 3 car got loose on lap 2, and now he's currently scored in the 12th position. 16 drivers entered the Lady in Black 100 here tonight's feature race. 73 lap event. Got ourselves a 4-car battle for the lead, and some contact there between the 84 and the 06. It looked like McMurder was trying to take a peek on the inside. Nearly ended in a disaster. Now both drivers had to check up, and that allowed Brian Wiggins in the 5 car to make a nice move and take the race lead. There he is. Put the yellow and purple number 5 Chevy out front. The white and blue 84 Pepsi Ford in 2nd, and the orange 06 Chevy back in 3rd. Daniel Harmon's got the best seat in the house for the battle between these 3 drivers, Wiggins, McMurder, and Green. Edwards still running in the 5th position in the 78 car, having a great run, and it's Jeffrey Robinson Jr. scored in the 6th position in that number 42 Chevy. Now battle for the lead. They're side by side. McMurder goes on the bottom trying to make it work. He couldn't quite get it to stick. I'll have to line up and try again here. It's got Jordan Green, Daniel Harmon right behind him, 2 former NOSSCAR eSport racing champions. So one slip and McMurder goes from fighting for 1st to salvaging 4th. Nice spirited battle between Frank Edwards and Jeffrey Robinson Jr., and we have a new leader. It looked like Brian Wiggins got into the outside wall coming out of turn 2. That allowed McMurder in the 84 to get around him, and now they are 3 wide for a moment there. Heading into turn 3 for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and that ain't going to work, especially at Darlington Raceway. They thought better of it, but lost a bit of time to your race leader in the process. Wiggins in second, Jordan Green in third, Daniel Harmon in fourth, Frank Edwards in fifth. That is your top 5 out of the 16 drivers in the event. These drivers trying to use every inch of racetrack that they can. Wiggins in the 5, getting real close to the outside wall when he enters turn 3. Looking to get a run of momentum so he can shoot the car and point it down towards the inside and mash the gas full throttle on the exit of 4. A couple of cars in trouble of going 1 lap down, not too far in front of your race leader. Jerry Ashley in the 15 car. It looked like he was trying to go down pit road, but he might have missed the entrance to pit road there. He's going to wave the leader by and set himself up to go down pit road once again. Remember, in the NOSSCAR X2 Series, there are no cautions called, and there are also no black flags. So you are able to fly down pit road as fast as you want, really. However, the entrance to pit road, especially at Darlington, is nearly impossible to get a good run and enter. Now, the reason why there are no black flags for all 5 NOSSCAR eSport Racing Series on the NASCAR 15 Victory Edition video game is because on this current game, if a driver receives a black flag, it immediately starts kicking drivers out of the race lobby that didn't have anything to do with that one driver getting a black flag. So black flags remain off. And Mach 1 speeds on pit road remain on. Oh, the leader kisses the wall coming out of turn 2 there. We can also update you and let you know Daniel Harmon has taken 3rd from Jordan Green. So it's McMurder, Wiggins, Green, Harmon, and Edwards. Your top 5. And oh, there was some contact back there. Looked like Siltstrider was going to try to let Wiggins go. And there was some confusion on that. You can see the 2 yellow cars there. Some contact being made. And into the inside wall, Brian Wiggins went, and that's a tough break. He was running in 2nd place. Now the gap in between the leaders and the drivers running in 2nd and 3rd is a much larger one than it was before. Daniel Harmon now in 2nd. Jordan Green now running in 3rd. Brian Wiggins still currently scored in the 4th position. However, he is now about 8 seconds behind your race leader. So he's no longer in our camera view. There was Jerry Ashley on pit road, the light blue number 15 Toyota getting service, exiting now. These drivers are going to have to make a number of pit stops throughout the race. Still waiting to see the leaders hit pit road for the first time. They're going to be able to They should be able to stretch their fuel mileage from about 17 to 21 laps, depending on how much they're saving and depending on how well their car is handling. Remember, the better handling cars can certainly be on the throttle more frequently. Daniel Harmon stays out 1 extra time. He's going to lead a lap and get a bonus point. So now that is 4 drivers that have received a bonus point so far today for leading a lap. Jordan Green, Daniel Harmon, Brian Wiggins, and the man on pit road, Tyler McMurder in the number 84 Pepsi Ford. We're going to speed through the service if we can so we can get you back to the action. Love the red and white stripes on the classic looking Darlington Raceway. A lot of characteristics, a lot of character in general to this racetrack. It's not Not an easy drive either. So now Daniel Harmon on pit road surrenders the race lead. McMurder hugging the bottom through 1 and 2. Had to let off a little bit on the exit there. Didn't quite have the line that he wanted through that corner. Very nice 3 and 4 though. Well, round 1 of pit stops is complete. Siltstrider just made a pit stop. Frank Edwards, Michael Shoemaker rear. And we should update you now that there have been a couple of crashes towards the beginning of this event, and we now have 11 cars left on the racetrack here at Darlington Raceway. The most recent victim of an on-track incident was Caitlin Lohr, the winner of the Phoenix 100 earlier this season. She drives the number 48 car. She's going to finish in 12th here at Darlington Raceway. She had high hopes after running some very fast lap times in the practice sessions. But it's not going to be the day. Some lap traffic lies ahead for your race leaders. We're going to take a break from commentary. You're watching race number 10 of 25 here in the NOSSCAR X2 Series, Season 8. Head over to NOSSCAR.com/X2 Series. Find out where your favorite driver is seated in the point standings, and you can scroll to the bottom of the home page to find details on how to sign up and become a NOSSCAR driver. We're going to take a break. We will be right back. Your leader, Tyler McMurder. Well, we got a battle for the lead brewing up here. It just might happen before the next green flag pit stops begin. Jordan Green in that orange 06 Chevy is running down your race leader, Tyler McMurder. The gap was well over 6 seconds at one point. Now we're looking at just a matter of car lengths. However, that looked like Jordan Green right there going to pit road. It is. The orange 06 Chevy is going to surrender second place for the time being. Green flag pit stops have begun. He wasn't the only one on pit road either. It looked like Daniel Harmon and Matt Tetnayer and several others. Jerry Ashley Silvstriders and Caleb Lopez on pit road as well. We got a massive amount of debris over at the exit of turn 4. But remember guys, there are no cautions called no matter what here in the NOSSCAR X2 Series. Makes it real interesting. Along with the unique point system, it is your 8 highest points totals from races that determine your total amount of points in the point standings. So you can enter 14, 20, you can enter all 25 events this season. However, only your 8 highest points totals from races count towards your total in the point standings. So all the drivers, after a certain point of the season, start to become very, very close in the point standings, give or take a point. And that's what makes it real exciting. So, past the halfway point of the season, most drivers' goal is to start eliminating lower point totals from races out of their 8 best. By doing that, they aim to get top 3 finishes, top 5 finishes, maybe even gamble on fuel to get the win. We've seen it all here in the NOSSCAR X2 Series. And you can too by subscribing to us on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and join the 150 plus fans on YouTube. And you won't miss a second of the action. It looks like the leader, Tyler McMurder, beginning to let lapped cars go by as they do have much fresher tires. McMurder yet to make his second green flag pit stop. And I spoke too soon, here he comes. And that was Jeffrey Robinson Jr. leaving pit road. There's Daniel Harmon. He was running inside the top 5 before coming down pit road for service. 11 cars of the 16 that started the event are left on the racetrack. And I believe only a handful of them, 5 or 6 of them rather, running on the lead lap. There's no safe place to hide here at Darlington Raceway, the Lady in Black 100 event. It's almost a conveyor belt of cars at times, and it's a very difficult track to pass on. We were discussing the one groove in turns 1 and 2. Turns 1 and 2, you kind of want to run the middle to high line and be full throttle and swing around the corner, and then it's completely different in turns 3 and 4. You want to enter low, keep the car down in that rubbered up groove on the inside, then gingerly get back to the gas as you exit. Whoa, McMurder got a little loose there. The 56 of Michael Shoemaker, who's returning for the first time in several weeks to the NOSSCAR eSport Racing Series. I think Michael sensed it a little bit and saw what was happening, and he decided to let off the throttle, let the 84 machine go by. Your top 5 is Tyler McMurder, Jordan Green, Brian Wiggins, Daniel Harmon, and Jeffrey Robinson Jr. However, some drivers are executing some fuel mileage strategies. Those drivers include Jerry Ashley, Matt Tetmayer, and Caleb Lopez, and we're going to have to see where they line up at the end of this thing. It's great to see Silvstriders in a NOSSCAR X2 Series race. He's raced in the B and the C divisions before here on NASCAR 15 Victory Edition, but he's been away for quite some time, and he's been competing full-time in the NOSSCAR World Championship in the Open Wheel Series, the premier eSport Racing Series for the A division of NOSSCAR. That's Silvstriders right here in front of your race leader, running in the 10th position. Number 74 Chevy. Whoa, it looked like somebody got loose back there, and it was Frank Edwards in the 78 car. Heavy contact with the outside wall, and right in front of your race leader. That was really something. Ah, my mistake, guys. It's Caleb Lopez in the 95 car just in front of your race leader. Currently scored in the 7th or 8th position. We're trying to figure out the running order for you. We know the top 5. It's behind the top 5 if we don't. We think that most of the leaders are going to need to pit another 2 times. 2 more green flag pit stops. However, some of these drivers are trying to push and make it to the point where they only need to pit 1 more time to make it to the end on fuel. A lot of burping of the throttle by your race leader in turns 1 and 2. Now there goes Caleb Lopez. He's going to pit road. Brian Wiggins went up the track, brushed the wall. He's going to stay out another lap or 2 before he gets his service. It's always fun watching Brian Wiggins and Tyler McMurder race side by side, whether it be for position or not. 2 former NOSSCAR eSport race winners. 2 of the best in history. And heading into turn 1, looked like Wiggins got the wall a tiny bit. That allowed McMurder to get on by, put Wiggins 1 lap down. That's Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the number 42 DC Solar Chevy right in front of your race leader. He's currently scored in the 7th position. Oh, it looked like there was some contact there. I think Jeffrey was trying to get out of his way, and there's Michael Shoemaker with a flat right front tire. He's currently scored in the 10th position, but he might lose a spot for this, as Michael in the number 56 tries to... Oh, and there was contact between the 84 and the 5. We gotta take another look at that again. Entering turn 3, looks like Wiggins kind of pinched McMurder up, gave him some contact, and then the very next corner, the chance he gets, some friendly retaliation between the 2 buddies. McMurder saying, "All right, Brian, you're gonna get into me, I'm gonna get into you." And it's all sorted out. Pardon me. Gonna take a break from commentary, guys. We have green flag pit stops in the near future. We're gonna come right back for them. We're gonna reset the running order for you. You're watching NOSSCAR X2 Series Racing on NASCAR 15 Victory Edition. It's the NOSSCAR X2 Series. Told you we'd be back. We're back, and we have a car in the inside wall. It's Michael Shoemaker rear. Looks like he's got another flat tire. This time it looks to be a flat right rear rather than a right front. I can tell you right now, Jordan Green in the 06 Chevy is your race leader. However, we all think he needs to make one more pit stop. And we're all scratching our heads over here trying to figure out if the 84 and if the 5 can make it to the end on fuel. 62, the 84, and the 5 might be able to make it to the end. We should also let you know that Matt Tetmeyer has really rallied back from having an early problem. He was at one point running in the 13th position. He is now currently scored at 7th, and if everything holds station, he might be able to make it to the end as well, we're hearing. Getting a report, Michael Shoemaker rear is now pulled over and stopped on the racetrack. He is going to surrender to Darlington. The lady in black is going to win this one. And Michael's going to finish in the 11th position. So that leaves 10 cars left on the racetrack actively driving right now. Getting down into the final laps. We see no celebration in the 84 pit yet. The team's still waiting to see if Jordan Green can make it to the end on fuel or not, and that was Jordan. The orange 06 right there. He's got 4 wins this season, but he's not going to make it 5 here at Darlington. He makes his pit stop. McMurder goes around him to put him 1 lap down. So now, as of right now, second on back is now 1 lap down or more. Jordan Green in second, Daniel Harmon in third. They are running nose to tail right now, not too far behind your race leader. They're running in second and third, 1 lap down, with much fresher tires. So they're both gaining ground here on your race leader. Daniel Harmon's tires about 2 or 3 laps fresher than the race leaders. However, he's in a very similar predicament. He's trying to make it to the end on fuel. Now, as you saw, McMurder let Jordan Green go by. It's not a battle for position. No sense in holding up a former champion with much fresher tires that's not on the same lap as you. Brian Wiggins running in fourth. Another update on Matt Tetmeyer in the 3 car. He's now currently scored in the 5th position, and if he can hold on to the amount of gas in the tank that he's got, he's going to get a top 5 finish for the 3rd time in his NOSSCAR X2 Series career. Jerry Ashley has recovered nicely from his early incidents on the track. He's now currently scored in 6th. He's not too far in front of Caleb Lopez, who's running in 7th in the 95 car. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in 8th, Frank Edwards 9th. Siltstriders is rounding out the top 10. Getting a report that Siltstriders has also decided to pull off the racetrack, and he's going to finish in the 10th position. That leaves 9 cars left on the racetrack. We just saw your race leader go for a slide there. Coming out of turn 4, 2 laps to go here at Darlington Raceway. Well, anything to make it interesting, I guess. McMurder's got 1 win this season so far. It came at Dover. He comes into this race as the points leader. However, many experts and many past drivers here from NOSSCAR eSport Racing are pointing their finger towards Jordan Green for winning the championship this season. And this is exactly what McMurder needs to do if he's going to somehow put a stop to it. He's got to win some races, and he needs some good top 3 finishes where he leads a lap, because it is all about your 8 highest points totals from races that determine your points total in the standings. So these wins, these good finishes are key. White flag is in the air, 1 lap to go here at Darlington Raceway. Race 10 of 25 here in Season 8 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series is almost in the history books. Frank Edwards in the 78 car pulls to the inside. He's going to finish in 9th. And McMurder comes out of turn 4 for the final time, and he's going to win the Lady in Black 100 for the 2nd time in his NOSSCAR X2 Series career. 34th career X2 Series win, 2nd of the season, and it keeps him in the points lead for the time being. Jordan Green 2nd, your pole winner. Daniel Harmon in 3rd, Brian Wiggins 4th, Matt Tetnayer in 5th, Jerry Ashley 6th, Caleb Lopez in 7th, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in 8th, Frank Edwards 9th, and Silk Striders rounding out the top 10. 16 drivers entered the race. Head over to NOSSCAR.com/X2 Series to learn more about this event, this series, and how to sign up and become a NOSSCAR eSport race car driver. Good night, everybody.